Dana Loesch is joining us now. She's the nationally syndicated radio host of The Dana Show. All right, Dana, we are expressing a little disappointment here that the tax cut was not job one for the Trump presidency. We learn that Speaker Ryan hopes to have a tax cut plan before August. Do you share our disappointment?
A little bit. There are a lot of things that I would have loved, Stuart, to see covered in the first 100 days. Obviously, that's one of them. I'd love to see something like national reciprocity. That's another one. I mean, I have a, you know how most people put together a fantasy football team? I actually put together fantasy items that I would love to see the new administration.
Well, where does the tax cut rank in your fantasy wish list for the first 100 days? It's number one for me.
It should be. I think it should be at least in the top three. It has to be in the top three.
No, it's the top one.
That was one of the things. Oh, well, the top one, national reciprocity, tax cut, yes.
What's
yes,
national
absolutely.
reciprocity? What's that?
So you have a driver's license. I have a driver's license. If I want to, I live in Texas. If I want to be able to drive a vehicle in Illinois or in New York or anywhere else, or if I want to use my driver's license as proof of my identification, I can do that with my driver's license in all 50 states. I can't do that with my concealed carry permit. So that's one of my top things. Tax cut, national reciprocity, hearing protection.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you re-ranked it. Tax cut first, national
I never
reciprocity
said, Stuart,
second.
what order it was going to be in. Just that it was in the top three.
Okay. I'm sure you were watching yesterday when President Trump held a meeting with people who are associated with the Supreme Court pick. And sitting right next to President Trump was Wayne LaPierre, head of the NRA, sitting right next to the president. You're a big gun lady. What did you make of that? There was Wayne sitting next to President Trump.
See, I love you, Stuart. I do take a little bit of issue in that it was just Wayne sitting there at that table with President Trump, because Wayne represents 5 million NRA members, of which I am a lifetime member. And so the way I look at it, that was 5 million Americans who were sitting at that table next to President Trump. I was represented at that table next to President Trump. That's exactly what that means.
Okay, but what's in danger on the Supreme Court with the Second Amendment? It's not in danger, is it?
Well, it very well could be. Well, first off, there are a number of different court cases that actually could be winding their way up towards the Supreme Court. We've seen what's happened with Maura Healey in Massachusetts with a ban on semi-automatic rifles. We've seen what's happened in California, where they've basically made it a crime to even go out and purchase ammunition, or to, if you want to get involved in youth shooting sports, or if anything of that nature. One of my very good friends, Kim Rody, is a gold medal Olympic shooter, and she's struggling in California with how she's even going to practice because of the laws out there. So there are a number of cases. Those are just two particular examples of two particular states that actually may find themselves before the Supreme Court arguing over as to why they have some sort of constitutional authority to ban guns. But that was very much in danger on November 8th. Losing those cases and seeing more rights infringed upon.
I've just sorted it out in my own head. National reciprocity does not apply to driver's licenses being used all over the country. It refers to your concealed carry permit.
Concealed carry permit.
That's what it is. See, you've got to be right up front about these things. You just got to do that.
And the Hearing Protection Act. I mean, it's just simply good manners.
Okay. Was I just reminded on my sense of manners here? Okay.
Yeah. No. It's good manners to not make those with whom you go shooting deaf because of the loudness of your firearm. The Hearing Protection Act is all about suppressors, which, contrary to a lot of the propaganda out there, it does not render a firearm silent. Silencer is a misnomer.